Ladies and gentlemen, Fortnite OG Season 7 is only a few days away, and there's a lot that we already know, including the OG pass, the map, and also events that we all need to be on the lookout for. So make sure to stick till the end of the video to know all the information, and also sub to the channel, guys, because we're doing a huge downtime stream on the release of Fortnite OG Season 7. Also, we have a lot coming to the game, such as Playboy Cardi, Ninjago, and so much more. But before we get into everything in the video, everything is subject to change, and we might even have more returning than what you might think. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So we'll make this all pretty quick with the OG pass and also the POIs. We have Lynx returning. A lot of people were mad that this wasn't the Ice King, but we could see him in the near future, which we will get into later. Also, Sergeant Winter and the onesie skin. And I've seen many people in my previous video saying, well, Tricky, the onesie skin might actually not be customizable. Yes, she will be. This is an emoticon on her jacket. They're not going to just put the GG emoticon on her jacket because a lot of older players would get mad. She will be fully customizable, which is a huge perk. We also have Polar Peak, Happy Hamlet, Frosty Flights, returning as POIs. Then we have the suppressed sniper rifle, scoped revolver, dual pistols, the scoped AR, balloons, stink bombs, boombox, and glider redeploy. Now, there are some weapons missing on here, but I did clarify this in my stream. Fortnite cannot release every single weapon at once. If they do, it is just going to get boring. The game mode will get stale, and a lot of people will leave the game mode. So having continuous rollout or mid-season updates will help keep the player count alive and keep the hype fresh for Season 7, because truly, Season 7 OG is Fortnite's last chance. The same goes with the vehicles. We have planes returning, however, drift boards are not in here, meaning we will get drift boards later in the season, and we'll talk about the dates that those are releasing. Also, here's a full image of the new OG umbrella. You know what's funny? I thought a lot of people would be really mad about this umbrella because it's so bland and simple, but people love it, and I personally love it too, and I'm happy about that. Then later in the season, we will be getting the Infinity Blade, and this is where we'll be getting into the infantry rifle and the drift boards. The map will be like the start of Fortnite Chapter 1 Season 7, where there's only snow on the southwest part of the map. We should be receiving the Ice King event on the 19th or 20th of December, where the map will fully be covered in snow, which is the day we should see the Infinity Blade along with the infantry rifle and the drift boards. Also, a lot of people are confused about this one weird looking part at the top right of the map. This is actually the block. Now, there have been multiple theories about the block. However, the block will not be returning in Fortnite OG Season 7. I believe there was some controversies with the old block creators, and that could be the reason why they didn't reintroduce it, or it might just be too complicated and they're focusing on more of the bigger issues with Fortnite OG. Now, getting into the more in-depth gameplay, let's talk about something even bigger, which is the graphical changes. So far from the key art, it looks the exact same as OG Season 6 and the previous seasons with how the game looks. However, they could be changing a lot more than you might think because they took OG out completely. I believe this is the biggest reason they took out Fortnite OG is because they wanted to polish it prior to releasing Fortnite OG Season 7. So the biggest thing they might be doing is still changing the graphics and reverting them to the old ones on release, and also maybe the HUD. We talked about this in the previous video as well, but Fortnite Chapter 7 completely reworked their HUD, and a lot of people have been asking if we could have the Chapter 1 HUD back. There might be a setting in Fortnite OG where you can toggle on and off classic HUD. I've discussed this before in previous videos, but small changes make the biggest difference in a game, and I believe the HUD is one of those things that could really change the full experience for Fortnite OG. Also, a lot of people have been asking for OG movement back, aka the Chapter 4 movement animations with sprinting and sliding. However, the running animations would look like the ones in pre-Chapter 5. Again, I don't really care about the old movement animations. I more care about the overall gameplay, but I'm putting this in the video for y'all that want an old movement animation setting. So yeah, that's why I'm talking about it in here. And also, this is the biggest thing that Fortnite should do, and I've been talking about this so much. Secret quests for the OG pass, they need to add an Ice King remix skin as an additional option to unlock via a challenge, XP, etc. And you should only be able to unlock this Ice King skin, in my opinion, via a challenge because it gives you a reason to play Fortnite OG and so forth. Also, this entire list was from a Twitter post that I made, and if you want some of these back, like the HUD, the old movement animations, and also having an additional quest for the Ice King remix skin, then make sure to like and retweet that post, and also comment down below what you would like to see back. It really does help boost it in the Twitter algorithm, but I'll have it in the description and the pinned comment. Also, this is something that I completely forgot to talk about in all of my videos, and I don't know how I missed it, but Siphon. As you might remember, we had Siphon in Fortnite Chapter 1 Season 7, and this is really what kickstarted competitive, and it was really cool. I think that they should bring duo and squad expert back, maybe even solo expert, and basically make that similar to a ranked style game mode, introducing all old Siphon, where it gives you 50 shield or 50 health per kill, and this could also help with Fortnite OG tournaments. A lot of people have also been talking about Rank 2.0 and when we will see the introduction of that. I think it would be cool if we got Rank 2.0 instead of the expert mode and have it as a more points-based system, but I really just don't know how many people would be playing ranked on OG, because we saw last time it was just an absolute disaster. Also, there have been a lot of talks about these zombies, which I didn't talk about in all of my previous videos as well. And also, if there's anything small that I miss in this video that you're wondering, please comment it down below, because there's a lot in Fortnite OG Season 7 that's going to be released, and also a lot in Chapter 1 Season 7 that I have forgotten about. So if I miss anything in here, comment down below what you would like to see back. But the ice zombies should be returning, which is going to be pretty cool to see. And this will be just such a stacked season. So hopefully Epic Games does a lot of things right. Also, I've seen numerous comments about the prisoner skin, and here's the thing about the prisoner. He very well could also be unlocked by a challenge. I just don't understand why Epic Games doesn't do a lot of these challenge skins again, because it truly brings a ton of people back to playing the game mode. And not only Fortnite OG, but it's just a reason to get on Fortnite. There needs to be a reason, and if not, people are just not going to play the game. Now, we don't know when Fortnite OG Season 7 is going to end, and yes, I'm already talking about this, and there's a big reason why. Fortnite OG is set to end at the end of November of 2026, which means we have 11 months until then. I think what could possibly happen is that we will go all the way to Season X. That means that these OG seasons are going to be very long, and I don't know if that is the best thing for Fortnite to do, but I feel like Chapter 1 Season 6 was the perfect length. It should have obviously extended all the way until OG Season 7, but 2.5 month long seasons are really, really good, and it makes everything less stale. But I've talked about what is going to happen after Fortnite OG, and I think the biggest thing is going on to a Season 11 for a mini season would be really, really cool. And I actually need to make an entire video talking about what Fortnite would look like with the Season 11. So if you have any suggestions on what you would want in there, that being in the Chapter 1 season or throughout all the chapters, what you would like to see in a Season 11, comment down below. But yeah, really guys, it's not much that we know, which I actually like, and I think y'all should be happy about too, because this is a big era for Fortnite, not only for Fortnite OG, but also Chapter 7, because they have almost 2x their player count, and it just makes me really happy to see Fortnite thriving again. Anyways guys, it's been your boy Tricky, and I'm out. Peace.